You know what it is? It's DJ Screaming, Hoodrich Radio, the new 105.3 The Beat. We got special guests in the building. Legends, true GOATs, not just saying it. Biv DeVoe is here on the Zoom with me. What's up, fellas?
Hey, what up, Scream?
What up?
How everybody feeling? How's the quarantine treating everyone?
Man, we getting a little restless over here, man. So, you know, we got to move around. I'm in ATL right now. I just took my first trip since the pandemic, you know. My first 4-hour flight. I'm in ATL, man, ready to rock this garage.
You got on a plane.
Man, I actually did. Man.
Oh, yeah, you're a real, salute. You got on the airplane, okay.
Hey, right, man. Yeah. Check this out. We being saluted, and it's called courageous when you get on the plane now. Check that out.
We clap for you.
Well, hold on. I got to put the phone down for that one.
Yeah. You
right.
I ain't ready for that.
Right, let's go.
Me neither.
You're going to have to get ready, Mike.
Yo, you in the car over there on your way to the airport right now, huh, Playboy?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm nervy, but I'm ready. I'm going to mask up.
It is a little weird how our lives of just jumping on the cruise ships, going to the club, farm, going on airplanes, it just stopped. Like, we didn't get no warning for real. We might have got a week or two, like, this is coming, but it just stopped. It's like, you can't get on the plane. Don't go hug your mama. Don't go, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just,
It's crazy, man.
And the crazy thing is, I say it like, not only just stop, but you don't even know what you're looking for because it don't have no face, you know? So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Even when you outside, you don't know how close it is to you, you know? So it's a different norm than we've ever seen since all of us been on this planet. Like, I saw that movie with Dustin Hoffman, you know, but I never thought, you know, I mean, you know, movies is always ahead of its time, but this is really an outbreak without a bubble. But in some instances, there is bubbles up on the COVID-19 floors. So it's a lot to process, man. And, you know, losing people and, in the way they're trying to find the answer to solve the problem, you would think with the United States and all of the research that there would be something found, and they're still trying to cook it up, man. And they're cooking it up not knowing the side effects, more so if it's going to be the solution, man. So, right, man. This has been tough, man. It's been tough. And even us, these interviews are allowing us to see each other. Up until this point, we just been on the horn, man. So, you know, this our second time Zooming. You know?
Right.
Yeah. No, I think it just shows us, too, that, you know, regardless of how smart we are or how far we've come as a race of humans, we don't have all the answers. You know what I'm saying? There's something more complex than our comprehension. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you ain't never lied. Like at any other time in history when, you know, when stuff happens to the economy or whatever it's been, right? The entertainment industry has always flourished during that time because people want to get away, right? So they come to a concert, they'll go to a movie, they'll go to the liquor store, you know, those kinds of things. You know, you could put money on those things to keep moving. But when you can't connect with everybody, man, and they take that away from you, like we was talking about this a little earlier today, we live off of the energy of our fans, man. When we rock a crowd that's 3,500 people at a theater, or it's 15,000 at the arena or what have you, or we at the Essence Fest and it's like 50K right there, you know, at Mercedes Dome, like that's like, there's nothing like that feeling, son. Right? When you can do something that you love to do for as long as we have, and now all of a sudden it's stripped. I mean, I'm talking about from March to now, like Biv DeVoe, 15 concerts done that had to be either canceled in some capacity or moved to August, September, October. And now we really trying to figure out if that's going to happen when that happens. So everybody's moving in a different capacity now, right to the internet and trying to figure it out. And we just figured, okay, we got phone calls about us doing this thing where, you know, Rick's coming from LA, Mike's coming from Connecticut, Boston, I'm coming from Atlanta, but we don't get down like that. So we felt like, let's just pump our brakes and hold tight until, you know, we get it under wraps enough for us to still be cautious and social distance, put our mask on and all that, but when it's time for us to rock for that 25 minutes, and there's some of that going towards COVID relief, our senior citizens up in the Bean, a lot of being ravaged by this, like those senior citizen rehabilitation centers are being ravaged by COVID. So, man, it feels good to finally figure out a way to begin that connection again. So, man, it's exciting, but it's scary at the same time,
Mm-hmm. So I think one positive thing for you guys is that you've been in the game. So obviously there are different pots, like you get paid off a live performance, but you get publishing checks and so forth. So you guys, of course, are stable and everything will open back up. But what do you say to the new young artists that got their first hit that ain't made their bag yet, and they might be panicking because, this is their time to start getting money and they can't go out and get their money. All the summer concerts canceled. Right. So you don't have publishing yet because you only got one record. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you say to the younger artists?
Man, it's interesting because we've never been here before, as a society or in the entertainment business. And, so many things have changed even, since we've come up and since we started, man. I would just say, if you're talented and you're motivated and, your spirit is right, this too shall pass. I don't really have the answers of what you should do as far as, paying your bills or whatever like that and your provisions. But, it's a good time. Most people are looking to get away. Like Ron said, a lot of us are on social media. So I would say use this time to continue to perfect your craft, to engage with your audience, to, consistently, put out content, and however many followers you have, it's like, look, that's your audience right now. Entertain them, engage with them, show your skills or whatever, and stay engaged with that, man. And I think that, when these things, when the time is right and we're able to get back out there in front of people, I don't believe that none of us will miss a beat, man. And we'll pick right up right where we left off at, man. So, don't lose hope, really is the best advice I can give you right now, man. And just stay engaged, man. And, this too shall pass.
Yeah, right. Yo, I'm going to jump on top of that if you don't mind. Streams for these young artists out there. This phone that we're on is where it's at anyway. That's right. Whether it's TikTok, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Twitter, that's where they at, right? And they can click on a link real quick, and now you can access these entities, whether it's whatever TuneCore, like some of the whatever it is, all these entities where it takes you a couple weeks time and your record is available on Apple, on Spotify, and all these. Now it's just about you promoting it and doing what you've been doing anyway on social media. So streams, when they say one record is worth 1,500 streams, you got to start getting your stream weight up. Like it's time to go direct to the consumer. And it's wild because now we have access to the world. Like if you hot like that, you're not only getting down in Atlanta, right? Like you have access to Japan and Australia and all that, especially if it goes viral. So like Rick said, keep doing what you're doing and know that the stream game is where it's at for them anyway. And, when you get millions and damn near billions of streams, that turns into where the real money is at. In music anyway. That's direct to publishing and mechanicals and royalties and all that.
Artists need to hear that. The artists need to hear that. Another thing I want to talk about is obviously, and I can be candid about, maybe the ups and downs of it, but I don't think, and I could be wrong, I don't think I've ever heard about BBD breaking up or not rocking with each other. Like how over all of these years have y'all managed to keep y'all camaraderie and stay focused on the brand and the legacy y'all built? Because most groups don't make it 5 years, just to keep it the book. Let's keep it real. Like most groups have a 5-year run and then it's solo, and that's it. So how did y'all manage to, keep the unison?
Man, we just we understand each other. You don't be around someone for 35 plus years and not understand. And you have those moments where it spirals into disagreements and misunderstandings and miscommunication. But with the 35 years, you know how to pull it back in. I mean, the ultimate goal is to stay together. People that separates, ultimate goal is to get away. People's goals that it is to stay united. They focus more on the solution than the problem. And we're too connected and intertwined to leave each other hanging. So no matter what it is, we just jump those hurdles. You know, we're bonded together, and we understand we our strength is definitely in numbers, and our music is how we survive. And we don't take that for granted. So if you don't take each other for granted, we don't take the product for granted. And we look at other groups, and when we see them, we try to talk to them and help them understand. We know what you're going through, but if you believe in your brother, you believe in your blessing, then you hold on to it and let nothing come between it. And that's the BBD motto, man. We just bind it, baby. We show up on Zoom calls on time.
Yeah, I
We
do.
ain't together, man, but we got this inner conversation that when we talk to each other, only we understand what we saying, man. We a fraternity, man. We a fraternity.
That's powerful. That's powerful. Now, the biggest thing in the culture right now while we've been on quarantine is the versus battles. And your names have definitely come up. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to Jagged Edge and 112. They went at it Monday. So people want to know. I want to hear y'all spill, all of y'all, like, who would BBD go against? Now, I talked to one of my DJ partners, and I was like, to be honest, I'm not saying this because I don't think nobody from the 90s want the BBD smoke. Like, because Poison counts for 10 rounds itself. You know what I'm saying? So, like Poison, 10 rounds. You lost 10 rounds already, so it didn't get crazy from there. So, just for the culture, like, who would y'all like to celebrate? Who you think would be dope?
Man, I don't even know, man. It's like, you know, the 90s was a great time for music, man. It's some cats out there with a lot of hits, man. And you know what's crazy is that when we're performing, and a lot of shows that we perform with these guys, you know, we're headlining, and we're like, wow, like, you know, for us, it's like how long do they want us to do? Like, you know, like, and we're thinking, damn, this group right here. They have a few more albums than us, and so why are we headlining? I mean, it's hard to say, man. I would kind of leave that up, you know, to the audience, you know. To
what
you
was
guys
your man saying? That's what I'm trying to find out. We know y'all had a conversation.
Not no disrespect, but I heard like, you know, the mint conditions and after sevens and stuff like that. No disrespect. No disrespect, but I was like, you know,
Stokely in the crew, they got a couple monsters over there, you know, pretty brown eyes, couple things.
I thought they would have went up against Tony. I didn't think they would put us with a band.
Right. And not after seven.
Yeah, the after sevens and the Tonys and the Freddie Jacksons. Oh my God, that's interesting. You know, to be honest with you, we did like 3-something albums and a half. So what the people know of us is really our classic. It's interesting, but Poison, Do Me Smiling and Thought It Was Me, Something in Your Eyes, Run, the new stuff. You know, our 20 songs, maybe around the 14th, we start playing some album joints. But it's just interesting that I think the respect of the group is based on the longevity. But I don't know who we could go, because I would say for us, you know, we could go female, male, TLC. But I think they might have made 1 or 2 more albums than us. But then I was thinking too, real talk. I'm thinking hip hop and R&B. You know, I would have thought of a Next. You know what I'm saying, or you know, it's tough because we hang in there because of our show more so than the catalog.
Right.
And that's the reality, because you know, our name is synonymous because we've been around, but I don't know what our 20 joints would be. I really don't know. I feel like we got a strong 14, and then I would play Poison 7 times. You're right.
Right, exactly. and if we do battle, we're gonna make it a little different, and we're gonna perform live. That's where the battle is at.
Yeah, there you go.
not just sitting there playing the records. We going
salute to Teddy, and I talked to his mans here on here. Just make sure everything's together, and we Wi-Fi's on point.
Right.
Yeah. So let's talk about Poison, man. When y'all created Poison, and I've been in the studio with some timeless some records that came out that were timeless hits, right? I mean, was there something in y'all core where it just felt different? Did y'all feel like, man, this is different than the records we've created? Did y'all expect any of it?
It's like it's like when you go to the graduation or you go to the wedding or what have you, you get suited up and you feel good in your suit, right? Your tie is right, you tail it down and everything, right? And it's just that feeling. But then when you put on your sweatsuit, and your boots, or your track jacket and some jeans, you just got a different swagger about yourself, and for New Edition, it was going to the wedding, going to the graduation. So with BBD, we got a chance to kind of just, shake some of, just shake something in a way where it felt like, okay, it's time to loosen up and really be the offstage version of New Edition, the cats that we were back in the day, listening to all the rap bangers, whether it was the Heavy D's or the Run DMCs or, the leaders of the new schools, the Public Enemies, like that music was a part of our DNA, right? And we was also listening to the Cameos and, the Luther Vandrosses and all
Ron,
of those.
hit your video. Ron, hit your video.
Yeah. My bad, y'all. Somebody's trying to call me. Hold on. Okay, am I back?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we listening to both sides of the fence, right? And we're interjecting some of that hip hop into New Edition. Like every song that we dropped had the rhymes at some point. There 8 bars on there. My girls like candy, a candy treat. Like we getting down with a little piece of hip hop. But for BBD, it just felt like we 22. Hold on, what's wrong? Well, we 22 years of age. We finally adults. We can walk up in the club with no problems, right? And it was all about how do we infuse something that's really a part of us, man. It was like no pressure for us because at that time, people were like, what's the rest of them gonna do? Johnny's record was anticipated. Rouse's record was anticipated. Biv DeVoe, we like the underdogs. Nobody really checking for us, so we didn't have no heat up under us, so it just felt like fancy free. And we started with R&B initially, like Smile Again, I Do Need You, and 2 other joints that didn't make the record was where they wanted us to go, right?
Right.
Okay, 2 of those made the cut, but we going in a different direction. And we heard Poison and got with Hank Shockley and the Bomb Squad and, some other cats just to make sure we were doing really what was, in our DNA at the time, man. And it felt good for it to blast off in the way that it did and still stand the test of time. Like Mike said, we celebrating 30 this year, man. Like we celebrating 30, right? Yeah. And that joint plays in the 50 plus club and it plays in the 18 and over club too. Yep. And they know what it is, right? Yeah. They know what it is. So sing Daddy's song. It's driving me. He knows it too. Watch, I'm gonna send you a video. This dude right here even knows it. And Lil Ronald's 93 years old. That.
Right.
And I tell all the artists, of this era all the time, like it's great to have it's great to own a summer. It's great to be hot. Like we love that. We salute that. But it's one thing when you got a timeless record that will probably outlast all of us, right? Like. Right. That's just a testament. So I salute y'all on that. I salute y'all on 30 years.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And setting that precedent for how other artists should aim for. You know what I'm saying? That's amazing. Word. Now let's talk a little bit about the Garage Series Funk Fest situation going down Thursday, man. What can we expect?
Well, first of all, we're on the platform of funkfesttv.com with Leo Bennett and his team. And it's a series that's going to have different artists every 2 weeks. And each artist has the opportunity to donate to a charity of their choice. Because the whole thing is to give back and to raise money and to help and do our part with this COVID-19. Ours is coming through BBD Cares. And we just find that at this time with entertainment, because there is no concerts and, you know, different things have changed to the new norm, that we said, well, let's go into the garage and give everybody some space, a la like the rock bands and Microsoft. And it's just another platform for people to choose from as they go between D-Nice and Versus and everything else. It's just a contribution that we make to the business. Like Poison is our contribution. The Garage Concert Series is our contribution. And it's going to be headed up on funkfesttv.com with Leo Bennett. And that's what we want you to do tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. We just want you to tune in, click the button, make a donation. It's going to the Laurel Ridge Rehabilitation Center in Boston on behalf of BBD tomorrow. Jagged Edge have theirs. And we're just starting a platform that we hope gets some legs.
Right.
That's dope. That's dope, man. Any final words y'all want to say to the people? Motivation during the COVID crisis? Just anything y'all want to say to the people, and also let them know if they can we expect new music moving forward? Anything new? Y'all got anything up your sleeve?
Yeah, we plugged in.
Absolutely. Yeah, man.
I talked to Rick and Mike the other day, and I just had this thought, like, we have joints that people have never heard, that we've recorded over the years. BBD, we probably in the can right now. What would y'all say, fellas? We got a solid probably, you know, maybe 30, 40 joints in the can. But of those, right, really, honestly, I feel like we got a solid like 17 joints that feel like they could really be out right now, but we recorded in 2001 or 97 or 2007 or what have you. So I'm almost like, yo, the lost tapes, or we probably have to call it the lost files now, because nobody knows what the hell a tape is. But why not maybe drop the lost files like this, you know, like, you know, peek, have people have a little peek in the window of what we kind of been doing all this time, and deliver some new stuff too, you know?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, don't forget about, you know, TV and film is coming.
Yeah. Right.
From Biv DeVoe. You know, you saw the New Edition story. You saw the Bobby Brown story. Biv DeVoe is coming next. It's only right.
Here you go, baby.
Allah. Here you go.
Yo, this is Ron, Mike, Rick. We rocking with DJ Scream, baby. Let's go.
Close to you, Benny the bread on the meat of my sandwich. I know you're not boots, cause
this shit will forever be a classic.
That's right.
Yo, Ron, you ready?
I'm ready.
Yo, Rick, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go. Tomorrow night, y'all. Listen. funkfesttv.com. Let's go.
Let's go.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Much love. Salute y'all. Welcome anytime. I'm going to definitely check y'all out on that funkfesttv.com situation.
All right, baby.
All right, y'all be easy. Be blessed.
Hey, peace out, fellas.
All right.
Peace.